folks, this is Donnie with Standing Goods Rescue. Heading home. Went hunting today, had some work to do, and then went hunting this afternoon, and didn't do no good. Did not get anything, but that's okay. That's why it's called hunting and not harvesting. I wanted to share with you, I've put this in several videos, but my video editor is messing up and I'm unable to save any videos to upload them. So this one is going to be a little different in how I save it. And it's not going to have any of the bells and whistles on it, title on screen or anything like that, but it's just something that I've recorded it now 3 times and I was unable to edit the video. I'm sorry, I did edit the video. I've edited 4 of them, but none of them would save. They would get to 91 to 95%, somewhere right up in there, and it would stop. It would not save, and it has to save in order for me to be able to upload it. So anyhow, outside all of that, I'll get my video editor. I'll get that situation fixed here soon. I just got to get out of the hole. we're in a bad way right now. But anyhow, I was in a hunting stand at our property at the south end of the property. There's no water. There's no creek, there's no ponds, there's no water puddles, there's nothing over there. It's high and dry. It is planted pines and oak trees and magnolia trees, and that's about it. Around 8:30 in the morning, this was Friday morning, I believe. Somewhere around about 8:30, I'm sitting in the stand, and in front of me, but a little to the right, it wasn't directly in front of me, it was sort of like at the 130 position from me. There's nothing there but Yopon holly, which old timers just call it Yopon, and little blackjack oak trees and planted pines, and a few shrubs here and there. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to 50 yards from me, I heard what sounded to me like someone standing on a dock at a lake or the river or the bay or the ocean. It sounded like someone was on a dock a couple of feet above the water, and they just stepped off and plunged into the water. It was a splash, and it was water. It was definitely a water splash. Very loud. I jumped when I heard it because it was so loud. I'm trying to listen for the little faint sounds of deer walking through you'll hear a twig snap or a little leaf crunch. Deer are very hard to hear, but I had my ears tuned to look for deer by listening for them, and so I was really zoned in on listening for footfall from a deer. And then that splash happened. 4 or 5 seconds later, it happened again. It happened 2 times. Right after the second splash, 8 or 10 seconds, 15 seconds went by, and I pointed the crossbow that direction. It had me a little shook up because there's no water there. And this wasn't the splash of somebody dumping a bucket of water out. This sounded like someone jumping into water, fairly deep water. But after a few seconds, after the second splash, I hear something run off, not super fast, but pretty quick. It sounded like four legs, but right at the end when it stopped, it sounded like 2 people that took off running together, and one of them stopped, and then the other one stopped after 2 or 3 extra steps, then they stopped. I have never in my life heard that sound before in the woods ever, except when I was on the river, the creek, the lakes, near body water where people are playing and jumping in the water. I got down and I left. I sat there about 20 or 30 minutes listening. Whatever it was that took off, the road that runs through the property that I follow to get back to the truck, I have to get down out of my stand. I go to the right about 50 yards. The road is right there. I take a left and it goes straight north until I have to turn and go to the truck. That sound, where I was sitting in that stand looking straight north, that sound was a little bit toward like northeast. When whatever it was, when it ran off from that area where I heard the splash, it ran toward the road. It didn't get to the road. It stopped before it got there, but there was never another sound. Not in the time that I sat there listening, which was only about a half hour. I climbed down and I had to go to the road, and then I had to walk past whatever it was. I should have been able to see it because it is fairly clear right there. There's some thick stuff, but for the most part you can see quite a ways. And I didn't see anything. I didn't smell anything. I did not feel anything, any sensation, like the goosebumps and stuff, until I walked past it. It's 800 yards from that stand to where I parked the truck. So when I walked past that spot, I walked about, I would say 500 yards down that road, and then I got the hair on the back of my neck standing up, the goosebumps all down my arms, across my back and my neck, and it felt like somebody was directly behind me, following me. I spun around several times and checked. There was no one there. I did not hear anybody. I did not see anybody. I did not smell anything. The only thing that I actually witnessed was the sound. What sounded like 2 people jumping into water, pretty deep water, and then what could possibly be 2 people running through the leaves and the brush and then just stopping. I don't have an answer for it. I shared it with a couple of friends. I told Chris about it. He doesn't have an idea because he knows that area well. He helped me set up that hunting spot. He helped me put that stand up. We've been all through them woods, and there is no water source back there at all. There's not even, when it rains, we get 5-6 inches of rain in a couple of days' time. There is no standing water back there at all, anywhere. It's high ground. So I don't have an answer. It was just something very, very strange, and I wanted to share it with all of you here. If any of you have ever heard that sound before while you're in the woods and you're nowhere near any body of water, or if you know what type of animal can create a sound like that, please reach out to me and let me know. I would absolutely appreciate it. It would mean the world to me to get some answers on that, because that it's kind of got me spooked out of hunting right there. Nothing happened other than hearing it, but it was so out of the ordinary. It spooked me pretty bad. The other thing I wanted to share with you all, you guys know Brother Don Moore. He does all the research for our articles that we share with all of you. He locates these articles, he puts them together, he types them, lot of them are on audio file, so he has to listen to them and then put them into text, and then he prints that stuff off, puts it together, and then he sends it to me through USPS, and then I take them and I share them with all of you. And then Brother Don, he uploads the pictures to those articles on his channel. But he's worked with us for quite a while now, quite a long while. But he's behind the scenes, so you guys don't really see what he does. But he is part of Standing Goats Rescue on YouTube. So he has the ability to respond, because I can't stay with the comments. I got so much going on, trying to hunt, the new house, the animals, just it's too much for me. So Brother Don, I talk to him a lot, and he'll tell me about a lot of the different comments he read. And last year we were trying to figure out a way, because he doesn't mind responding on my behalf to some of them, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it. Well, we got it figured out now, and so he is going to help me on some of the comments where people are asking questions, and if it's things that he knows the answer to, he will be providing those responses on my behalf. And I'm not sure how he's going to sign off on the response, but we're going to set it up, because we have the same initials. Don Moore, Donnie Miller is the same initials. So we're trying to figure out a way that if he answers a comment for one of you guys or gals, then he could put his signature there, and you'll know that he's the one that answered you. It's only right that you know who's responding to you. And any comment, if any of you sent a comment to me specifically, and Don he'll reach out to me and let me know, he'll read the comment to me. If I'm on the tractor or out working, because I usually have my earbud in like I do now, and then he'll let me know what the comment says, and I'll tell him, my answer for that, if I have an answer. But now he'll be able to put that answer on the comment for me, and it's a tremendous help, because I don't have any help with the channel at all. I have none, other than the research and everything pertaining to the articles. Don's a huge help, just a tremendous help. But now that he's going to help me a little bit with the comments and a few other things, that's all part of Standing Goats Rescue. It's going to take a lot off of me, and it is going to help me. I want the channel to be more family oriented, and we try our best to make it as family oriented as possible. We see all of you as being our family, and I want it to remain that way. Strength isn't just in numbers, strength is in family. There's nothing stronger than the bond of family blood, and it's just very important. The Bible speaks very strongly on family, and everything's based on family. But anyhow, I'm blabbing, I'm tired, I'm almost home, but I will be seeing you guys soon. We will be doing a live show. I cannot give you a date because I don't have a date yet for it. We got a bunch of stuff coming up, trying to get the house done so that we can get moved in, and that's just trying to make sure the crews are there doing what they're supposed to do. We'll have someone there for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, then we don't see nobody for a week, and we're having to keep calling, and hey, nobody's there. You told us 45 days from the day that you set the house up that we'd be in the house, and we're coming up on that 45 days. So anyhow, I'm just getting anxious. I want to get off this highway, the county that we live in. I do not like this county, and I just want to get up there. My insurance is going to drop by almost $30 just by going into that county, without making any changes to my insurance other than the county in where the vehicles are parked. So anyway, everything will work out better eventually. It's just going to be a hard ride till we get there. We got Guys, I love all of you. God bless each and every one of you. If there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to send me an email. My email is the channel name, standinggoatsrescue@yahoo.com. I'll see all of you very soon. Be kind, be safe, and be blessed. And have a very happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you shortly. Bye-bye.